All right. Hello. Let's see. Can we hear me? I think so. Probably a little bit better now. Turn down the music. There we go. Then maybe the fan is too much. There we go. See, is that better? That might be better. I think that this is the desktop audio. I don't think it can be heard. Hello? Is there anybody there? Let's see. On YouTube. Live. Gonna go to this one. And we will pop out the chat. Live. Gonna go to this. Can definitely hear it. That's good. Alright. So, I've already taken a screenshot back here, but this is where we're at with the pool game. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, head over to Twitch and follow me there as well. It would really help me out. And if you're not already subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe. Alright. So as you can see, we get this cool bird's eye view now. And we got some balls. They've got those lines. Pay no attention to that. And there's an issue with a couple of things. That's with the game logic. That's what we're working on today. So yeah. Here is the code that we are working with. We're using the Ursina game engine in Python. And we were working on the game logic last time, which we housed in a class called Billiards. Right now, I've just made this to where it's full screen, and I'm going to get rid of that for the most part. Gonna give a little bit of view over here, just so we know that I'm working on the Billiards game. That's my desktop image. I made that to where, you know, if somebody sees the game, I think they're more likely to click. Anyway. But the game does work. It just needs to implement the game logic right now. So the first thing that we want to do is only allow the cue ball to be hit if the balls are not moving. So let's see if that's true. Seems like I can hit it as many times as I want. So balls moving is never, it never comes through right here. It's set somewhere else, I think. It's set on Billiards. I'm setting it to true here, but it's never, it doesn't seem to persist from side to side like that. So my input function, I'm likely going to have to define that on here in the Billiards. So let me just go ahead and do that. Let's see. I wonder if that's okay if I just keep it the same name. update. That should be moved over to the game class. Okay. We have a circular dependency, it looks like. Let's just change the name of this to Billiards input. Actually pretty fun, but not the intended behavior. It still works, I think, pretty much the same as it did before. Balls moving gets set to true here. It's set to false at the beginning. So in theory, we should be able to say if it's not balls moving, then we'll hit the cue ball. So I'm not sure why this is not working. So let's print it. It's always false. Why? Calling hit cue ball. And within that, if I'm assigning this, I think that's why I have to use global. And then anywhere else I have that, I think I have to specify that it's global. Let's see. We're still printing it. So let's see if specifying the global keyword. Yeah, see. Okay. Python get what Python want. Okay, but it never gets set to false. Alright. Ball's moving. Alright, so we need to find a place to set it to false. And it's going to be the update function, really. Alright, I'm just going to steal this right quick. Import it as if it exists. And then go create it. If not, balls moving, return. It's not really what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Nice try. But there's no need to overcomplicate it. Leave that there, that's fine. see. Oh wait, I needed to do something else. Oh, check collisions. That comes from physics util. Do we still call physical entities on main? No. So don't take this whole thing and take it over to billiards. Just replace that. And then on cue ball, let's see, billiards input and then billiards update. Check collisions. See, I got rid of it. Don't check GitHub. It's on main. Guess I didn't get rid of it. Pretty sure I did. It's not here. Oh, it's on physics util. That makes sense. So I have it. Can't hit it twice. It's still not doing that. Making it false when they're set to none. Check collisions as in physics util. Oh, what the heck. I'm used to a different IDE. Physical apply collision forces. It's not really what we're looking for exactly. Well, that's good to know. In move, we need to return true or false, I think, if there's an actual velocity. Let's see. Yes, objects moving, which will theoretically come from here. I think there's a better way to do that. Kind of a rigid way of doing this. Try it out. How's it going, guys? Thanks for joining. So in this rigid way, what we'll do is, if we detect that the object is moved, we'll say if object moved and not objects moving equals true. So it'll only turn true once if it's ever not true, and then it'll just stay true, and then we'll return it there. Or there is actually a balls have stopped function. But we also have balls moving. can define the global up here. And we don't need this. Okay, so I defined it in the wrong spot. So in Billiards update, we have the balls moving, and we don't need that. We'll just update it there. And then we can't forget in the physical entity class, the move is going to have to return something. And return self.velocity is not equal to static. So this will be, what does that say? Return if the ball is moving. Correct. But we can make that a little bit more clear than that by defining a different function here. No, that's not it. So this is the static velocity of 0, 0, 0. And we'll return self.isMoving here. So every time we move, we'll return isMoving, which is going to be just that the velocity is not equal to 0. Object moving is not defined. Oh, right. Let's see, and then probably at the end there, we do need to set it to false. Where do we currently set it to false? Let's see. Just at the top. So when does it become not moving anymore? When the balls have stopped. But that's the flag that we'll need to do during update. So basically, if not balls moving, balls have stopped. But I feel like I should do a local for that. Seems safer. So balls moving gets set when we are hitting the cue ball. And it only gets set once. And then during Billiards update, which runs every frame, we will be setting balls moving to true for every ball that's moving. So it'll keep going to true. Then only if it's not true, if we get all through that without any of it being set to true, then we'll set balls moving to false, because no balls are moving. Then we can call balls have stopped. Let's see how we did. Game turn. I don't know if that's true or not. I need game turn. Be a lot quicker if I only use one model for now. I have a lot of places where I need a global, and I don't have it referenced. This is probably where I should have gone with a object-oriented solution. I know that hit cue ball also sets that ball's moving, and I know I got it there. So, all right, let's see. Did I include enough globals? Objects moving, not defined. Aha. Well, we don't really need that. I don't think. Was that the right one? Yeah, it looks like it. Right now I see some issues with telling me whose turn it is. And also I seem to be able to hit the ball whenever the heck I want. So what gives? And also, what's up with this? It's not correct. I think that let's see, current player, it's being incremented every time. Yeah, I don't think that's right. All right. Where is that print even happening? Oh yeah, that's player next turn. So this next turn is happening every like second. See how that's being called. It's like falling back here. Let's see. Just get rid of it for now. All right. So I can still hit this whenever I want, which is not good. So I'm going to solve that right now. All right. So when I do hit the cue ball, hit cue ball, it's supposed to be setting balls moving to true. And then on hit cue ball, I think I need a return here. If it's already set. I think that's probably going to be it. What is this? It's weird. Getting spam. All right. All right, no, not working. So if ball's moving, we should be returning false. And that means that first pass, we should get past this because it's initialized to it's not moving. Then at that point, we should be setting it to true. So once we get back past here, once we get back here, it should be still set to true. Let's see if it is. No. What gives? Once we get here, are we going to start seeing some trues? I'm about to refactor this as a class. Yeah, we have trues that come back as false. It's possible that somewhere down the line they're getting set to false. Let's see if that's the case. So after we hit, we go into Billiards update. And here's where it can get set to false. Let's see. If not balls moving equals false. Let me just take that out. Anywhere where balls moving gets set to false. The global, I mean. Except for the top one. I just want to get rid of it real quick and see if that's the problem I'm experiencing. It is. So how is it that it's getting set to false pretty much like every frame in Billiards update? Well, balls still equals true, I guess, with a capital T, Python. If object move and balls still equals false. They're not still anymore. That's right, they're not. So that'll happen once. And then outside of it, if balls still and balls moving equals false, and then balls have stopped. Is that going to work any better? I think I was only able to hit it once. Let me check that again. I scratched it right away. No, it's still... I'm able to hit it while it's moving. It's going true false, so... It seems like this is not working. If I just set this to true or whatever for no good reason, I think it'll only allow me to hit it once. Or not at all. It's an interesting thing. I can't hit it at all. How many times am I getting true for move? Object moved. It seems like it should work. I need to check collisions, that's for sure. I don't know. Take a look at move one more time. Is moving. Self-dot velocity is not equal to the static velocity. Okay, let's see a lot of prints here. Comment that one. Comment like all of these. I didn't remember that it was calling next turn a whole bunch of times in a row. It's pretty weird. Probably have some logic wrong here. None, none, none. Alright, we're getting a bunch of none types, so... I'm not sure why this would return none type. Self-dot is moving. I mean, if I just comment that out and I return a false there, do I get a bunch of none types, or do I get the false that I'm returning? I still get none types. So where I'm printing object move equals entity dot moved, I'm getting none type. Why? If I just do entity dot velocity is not equal to that, does that give me what I'm looking for? Yeah, it kind of does. Okay. Alright. Pretty weird, but alright. So this is returning true at some point and setting this to false. I don't see nothing happening though. Let's see. I didn't really change much, I don't think. Let's see. All we did from the last time was test a few things out, really. Billiards update, billiards input. Oh yeah, we moved those. Billiards update. Right. But that's not stuff that's causing this issue. Interesting. Alright, so this is catching it, I think. Somehow balls moving is being set before it gets there to true. So it's getting to balls still. Alright. I don't think that was the right code that I was looking at. Forgot to save. There we go. Alright, so we're never going back to balls moving false here. And just let me print this, because I think this is a problem here. Alright, no problem anymore, because it's just simply if the velocity is not equal to that. Now, object move and ball still equals false. If ball's moving and ball's still, balls moving equals false. Balls have stopped. Still getting to it before Interesting. I don't see how that's possible. How is it getting set to true before it gets here? I don't get it. It's really odd. It's still happening, and it's... That's unexpected. Not what I thought. So is the throw not working? Go in there. Throw function. Direction times force. Just hard code that in. Let's say 81, 1 on a vec3. 80 should be pretty good. Gonna break the whole thing. I guess so. It's weird. Alright. Does this fix it? Still setting to true too early. So weird. What if we never just set it to true there? I think that's the only place that sets it to true. It's weird behavior. Now it's false, but the ball still isn't going. Alright, let's just get rid of all this. Start over. Get back to a playable game here. Here we go. And I think we started in the beginning with some organization that we just lost, but that's okay. So the part that we're trying to detect is if all the balls have their velocity set to 0, 0, 0. So let's check out the physics entity. And it's publicly available. So I have this in main right now, so I'll keep it in main just to keep it easy enough. Actually, no, I do need it in where I have the game logic, which is now, I think, pretty behind. Let's see. Balls have stopped. I bet you it was an indentation error. I bet you that's what it was. That's what always gets me in Python. So I want to do something basic here. And that is, I just don't want to be able to hit the ball twice. So, right here, just set it to true. It's not a global. Maybe it should be a global. Or I'll just set it to false. No. I guess when I define it as that kind of function. I think I know what's going on. I think that these functions actually get consumed by a different, in a different place. It's kind of weird. But let's see if that helps. kind of silly, to be honest. Oops, I think I scratched immediately. Scratched immediately again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I took your advice, dude. I think you were onto something. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Good news. I can now only hit the ball once. Bad news. I can now only hit the ball once. So let's try to make it to where we can figure out how to do this. Blah 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 blah. All right. Here we'll need to do another global. If not, balls moving return. That's not what I want. You don't think the chat is updating? Do you see people talking? It's probably a pretty big delay, dude. That's probably what it is. Yeah, dude, I have a bad internet connection, I guess. Yeah. Oh well. Alright, so I still think that I can just do if entity dot velocity is not either blah blah. Rotate is cool, but balls moving equals true. And then see what else. All right. Sorry about the delay. The literal delay in the chat. Sorry. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's the fact that you're in the UK or something. Coulson's, I spelled that way wrong. Alright, this is not what I want. And in fact, I don't think... I think that the only time I want to set this is if it's all the way false. So if it's not equal to that, this is simple. If not balls moving, then we'll set balls moving to true only once. And then at the end, if not balls moving, then we'll set balls moving to false. Balls have stopped. That's something for a little bit. Also, we don't need a semicolon. Also, this is not proper Python. Neither is that. Alright, let's see what we got. If we got anything at all. we go. Can't hit it twice. That's good. My perspective is surrounding this ball. I can't seem to move. Which is actually kind of sweet. I think I actually do like that for when I get that corrected. But it seemed like when the ball stopped, I did have the ability to hit it again. So there's some stuff there. The balls have stopped function. I think I need to import that. Okay. So when the balls have stopped, game turn is incremented. If turn continue, return, and then the other stuff. I think that this needs to be a global. So when we call that increment the game turn, I think I need something else here, but we'll see. This is the balls have stopped function. It's supposed to be called when the balls have stopped. Current player. These guys need to be globals. For now, I'll just pass these. Comment. So that we can continue. Okay. We are calling next turn way too much. When the balls have stopped, the ball's not moving, but there's more to it than that. There we go. Now we get it one time. Player 2's turn. Player 1's turn. I think I can sync that one. Hold on. Got it. Now, I'm not sure if it's doing the thing where I can see what color I am or solids. Solids or stripes, not what color I am. That would be silly. The rotation is a little funky. I'll get that fixed. And I've switched my perspective to this ball somehow. I don't know how to change it. Don't know what that is. But the game logic, as you can see, as it's switching turns and doesn't allow me to double strike it until the next one. That's successful. Okay. That's good. Nice incremental changes. Baby steps, as you might call it. So, I guess we could take it a step further. Billiards, where we're calling next turn. We have turn can't continue. Set to 0. And I don't see where turn can't continue ever gets set in reality. So in sync ball, we have if ball not set, player ball type that. Turn can continue equals 1. We'll have to define that possibly as a global, as well as turn disposition and win type. Game turn, I don't think we actually need here. Possibly not the other one. I don't know if I actually need these as globals here, because I'm not using them in a deep function like the other ones. Player ball type 8. And then these end games, I think they're self-serving. Turn can continue. If player ball type is not equal to, this is where the logic continues. So let's give this a comment. This is the wrong ball. Hit foul. And then else wrong ball sank. And then the other one is just turn can't continue. Set it to 1. But there's a problem. I think I have a little bit of a I'm not sure if this will print as true or false. I think I want to go ahead and use a false true. Oh, a Boolean, I mean. And then just use those, because it's going to be a little bit more safe, I think. If I'm just explicitly doing Booleans instead of zeros and ones. I think it's perfectly fine either way, but I think Booleans are good. Alright. So when we sync the ball, if it's the wrong ball, that, and then this is the correct ball. Now the right ball, sure. Scratch on 8. Scratch on break. That's the same thing that I've got going on here. So these are end games. And then this is the setting the ball type here. That's weird. Ball type. How am I going to set the other player's ball type? Hmm. 15 minus ball num. No, that's not going to work. Do it the old-fashioned way. That's right. Just the other one. Set the other player's ball type. Turn can continue. No, do we want that there? Yeah, that's fine to be there. When we scratch, though, we want to see like a ball in hand function or something like that. Just set the cue ball for now, though. Ball not set. If the wrong ball is sank, that'll include the cue ball. So I think I want to cut it off with the cue ball. Turn disposition, scratch. Ball in hand. I think we want a ball in hand Boolean somewhere. Balls in hand. No, sorry. Not balls in hand. Ball in hand. Alright, ball in hand. Come on now. Ball in hand. And then we'll just go ahead and return it. Turn can continue. Is going to be foul. Or, you know, false. Can't continue your turn. If you sink the scratch, it's pretty universal. This is only when we're sinking a ball. turn can continue. No, if you sink the other person's ball. But honestly, I think the turn can continue is false throughout, so that I don't really have to explicitly set it. Unless it is set explicitly, which is only in 2 spots. Alright. Now we have to implement this sink ball function in our physical entity. I don't know how that's going to go at all. So we have this sink function. Sink ball self. And then from billiards, import sink ball. And what should I observe first? That it's partially rendered and it's a circular import. And that's what I should observe first. That sucks. So circular import means I'm importing things from that module and cannot import things from this module into that one. Export, whatever. So sink ball is going to have to be something that is defined on the other function. How am I going to do that? So currently I'm trying to move that into here. That's not going to work. Pretty hard to move all these functions into there. That would suck. Could use a global. Like an index instead. Ball num. Sank ball num. We'd probably move it into here. We can do it from billiards like this. We can do sank balls as an array. And then we'll figure that out later. Is that where I want it though? Hold on. This will be turn sank balls. So this is the sank balls per turn, to be clear. And let's see. I think that we can safely import into here. Let's see, we're checking collision. And we're calling move. And then sync gets